Shauna. As a loan signing agent, from time to time, you'll be asked to send back or scan back documents. So I want to show you two ways you can scan back documents. The first one I'm going to show you is via your scanner through your computer, the feeder, and then another way I want to show you to scan back documents is through a scanning app, which I actually don't recommend. I'll tell you more of my reasoning why later, but for right now, let's just get into it. So you see, these are the documents that I'm going to be scanning. There's really not much to this, the whole scanning thing. So here's the thing: either you're gonna have letter size documents, or you're gonna have legal size documents, or you're gonna have a combination of the two. It's very important that you make sure your scanner settings is correct. So if you say you have legal paper or letter paper that you have to scan, make sure it scans letter size. If you have legal size paper, make sure it scans legal size. Now if you have to scan a combination of the two, just scan it all as legal size and let them deal with it. But what you do is when you put it in the feeder, make sure, okay, you see how it's letter size at the bottom, legal size at the top, and when it's around, put it in the scanner, it's like that. You don't want it like that where the legal paper is down here. You want it where the legal paper is pushed to the top, like so. Now I know what you're thinking, like, hey, but my, like, for instance, this printer only scanner feeder only holds up to 40 sheets of paper, and you're like, well, what if I have like 60? Can I just like force all 60 in there? Never force too many sheets in here, because what will happen is one or two things will happen. Your printer, your scanner will either jam, which eventually you're just gonna wreck your scanner, or it will double scan, meaning it will take two sheets and scan them at one time. And then you're like, well, I scanned you back all the documents. They're like, no, we have some documents missing. That's because it's double scanned. You don't want that. Scan, if you say you have 80 sheets you have to scan, your feeder only takes 40 sheets, we'll scan 40 the first time and 40 the next time. And I'm going to show you how you then can on your computer combine the sheets. So I'm sticking this in here and I'm going to show you. I'm going to scan a first set and then I'm going to scan the next set. Scan a file to computer. Right now you see how it's on letter. Well, I have both letter and legal, so I'm gonna go to options. Of course your scanner options and settings will be a little different, but I'm going to go to here and press legal, press OK, and press start scan. It's going to connect to the printer or computer. First set complete. Now I'm gonna say that was the first set, and now I need to do the second set. So I'm going to load the rest of the documents. That way we can then later combine them in the computer and then send them off to the company. So we're going to scan again. We're going to double check, make sure see how it converted back to letter. We're going to make sure that our settings are correct. And I have it scan again, the second half of the loan document. Now within your loan packet, you might even notice like blank sheets of paper. If there are blank sheets of paper, leave the blank sheets of paper in there. Okay, we're done scanning. Now we're gonna bring it to the computer and combine the files. Okay, now that we're back in the computer, let me show you how to combine them. Ooh, these are irritating. I'm taking these off. So, okay, so to combine them, I use a program called Adobe Acrobat. Now, I believe this program is free. I'm gonna have to double check, but hopefully it is free. I believe it is free. I'm not 100%. If not, then I do think their programs tend to be like a $10 a month thing. I don't know if you can find free ones out there. Then you might be able to. Technically they are, but how safe are they? Anyway, this program, this is what I use. So when I log into, I don't even have to log in. When I open up the program, what I do is I go to tools. Once I go to the tools, then I go to combine files. So I press open. I gotta go find the files that I want to combine. Okay, once it open this area. Okay, I just scanned, I think, these 2 items. So I'm gonna open those 2 items up. So bam, you either like click on it, hold shift, and then click on the next one, or you can just drag over both of them. And then once you have them, you press combine. And it's going to then combine those 2 files together, and then voila, you can save it to the computer. You can print it, which you don't need to print, and then you can email it some kind of way. There's an email button. I don't ever email it, I just save it to my computer, but I know there's a way you can probably just email it straight from here. But I always just save it to my computer and then email it that way. But yeah, bam. So if you were like, I have multiple sheets, how do I sign? How do I combine them? My printer only scans so many sheets at a time. Come on, like, come back. That's how you do it. It's that simple. It's that easy. As you can see, this first sheet actually was a letter size, but they are all now legal size sheets, which is fine by me. Yeah, combine. Yeah, they're all combined, as you can see. Next, I'm going to show you how to do this via app. So yeah, let's do it the app way. So when it comes to the app, I use Adobe Acrobat. So like the same one that I combined the one from the computer, I also have their app. Now if you do it through their app, you would need Adobe Acrobat if you ever want to combine the documents, but also Adobe Scan. Adobe Scan is free. Okay, so I'm going to be using my business tablet real quick to show you how I were to scan if I ever use the app. So there's Adobe Acrobat, like if you ever want to combine or view the PDF, and then there's Adobe Scan. So basically what you want to do is you want to have a clear flat surface. I don't know if you guys can see through the video, but the quality is not that great at all. So what you want to do is try to get you some good light. That's the reason why I don't use these apps, because the quality is trash. But you hover above it, picture it, and then as you can see, Adobe will cut the surface area of what the document is. And then that was a letter size document. Then I'm also going to do a legal size to show you. I'm going to press continue. Then we're going to do another one. Here we go. See how Adobe tries to align up the picture and it will snap for you. So that's the cool thing about Adobe. It will snap the photo for you. That way if you're trying to hold it steady. Okay, so then I'm going to then open the documents within the screen, and as you can see, it kind of reminds me of a flatbed scanner. First off, I'm gonna rotate it. You can do all kinds of stuff, rotate, edit, yada yada, blah blah blah. That's the reason why I do like Adobe Scan, because you see how I don't have to cut out the floor. The floor is like a brown, like wood look. I don't have to cut it out. Adobe automatically cuts it out. That's the reason why I think it's a good scan app, if you want to say. But what I think is funny is that if you look at the bottom left corner of the page, it has like this pixelated look. It reminds me of like a low quality scan flatbed. It looks like an actual scanned document. If you shift left and right, you can see all the pages. You can literally imagine having to do this for 100 sheets of paper. It would be annoying, but it is possible. This app is 100% free. If you're like, man, for right now, $200, $300 for a scanner, I just can't do it. Well, then Adobe Scan and Adobe Acrobat is what I would recommend to you. It's that simple. So you're like, well, when I'm done with here, what do I do? There's a button at the top that says Save PDF. What it would then do, it would save to your phone or your tablet, whichever you use. And then you can actually, if you have a cord, you can attach the cord to your computer and drag and drop onto your computer, or you can email directly from your tablet or phone to your hiring party. Scan backs is that easy, that simple. Voila. Now, you'll be asked to scan back documents. Typically, the reason for this is that so the loan can be funded by the lender as soon as possible based on the signed documents that you submitted. These documents show proof that the signing was actually executed. But another reason why they might ask you to scan back some documents is because the hiring party wants to check the quality of your work. Basically, they want to make sure you know what you're doing and you did it right, and the loan don't get held up based off of your mistakes. On average, I would say about 1 in every 5 to 6 assignments, I would actually get a request to scan back documents. It's not like every time you do a loan signing, you scanning back documents. No, that's not how it works. Not every company requests you to scan back the documents. What that means is that on a good day, I'm scanning back between 15, 16 documents. On a not so happy day, that's like 110 documents. It's a slight annoyance, but I mean, it's not that bad. The reason why I'm not a big fan of scanning via apps is because first main reason is security reasons. Like, yeah, you can find some good scanning apps, but the problem is that you got to read the fine print for the policy. You're scanning like sensitive, personal, dangerous, in the wrong hands type of information onto an app. Let's just say this, nothing on the internet ever goes away. So they could be in their policy somewhere where whatever images you scan, they have complete and utter access to. Even if you decide to delete it off the app, that doesn't mean it's gone. Another reason why I don't like scanning using apps is because scanning with the apps from your mobile phones, to be honest, doesn't have the best quality. First off, the images are hard to use in a certain format, and it becomes a problem for title companies who are relying on these scanning. So that's another reason why the quality is just not that great. I mean, they're calling it scan apps, but really all it is pictures, like for real. But if that's your only option, do you? There you have it. That's the end of this video. So catch you guys later.